This is 105.9 Academy FM Folkestone, and with me in the studio is the station manager of our sister station, 107.8 Academy FM Thanet, Pete Wilson. Now, Pete, tell me about the formation and launch of 107.8 Academy FM Thanet.
Hello, David. Well, many years ago, some 6 or 7 years ago, you and I first met through mutual friends, and we spent many months in preparation, you more so than I, for the initial launch or the initial stages, and being involved with local radio that I'd been for many, many years, it almost seemed like a natural partnership to be involved with Academy FM in the perception days of the licence being applied for. So over the 6 years before we launched, we'd had many months and many times where we'd met, discussed what local radio should be about for Thanet, and the end product is that we're a year into our licence term now, and we're here to support all things local.
I mean, I think really what we came up with was that we wanted to give back Thanet, and it's the same that we will do in Folkestone. We wanted to give back the community its local voice, which had been lost through various changes in the ownerships of the local stations.
Yeah, I mean, I was instrumental with the launch of Thanet's first full-time local radio service called TLR. I ran the RSLs that basically mean restricted services licences. We did 8 trials locally to test the water as such, to see if there was a wave of public support for local radio, which there clearly was. We were very lucky enough to win the licence via our application in the sort of mid-90s, and TLR stroke KMFM was launched in Thanet in 1997. I was the breakfast show host there for many years. I went on to be the station manager, and before the stations became networked and all became under the one brand of KMFM, it was very, very local. So it was a natural progression for you and I to meet way back then because of the experience that I had creating local radio in Thanet, and of course your experience. And we both very much sing off the same hymn sheet where it comes to what local radio should be.
What about the people involved? I mean, what are their backgrounds?
107.8 Academy FM has a varied involvement from both students, professional broadcasters and volunteers that we've met along the way. I have a deputy manager in place that has worked with me over many, many years at various different radio stations, and it was deemed to be a good thing to do that way because the experience between us both could be rolled out within the team and the volunteers and the students that we've met. So we've got all sorts of people actually doing programmes, people that have done radio before professionally, people that are just volunteering their time because they believe in local radio, students from the Marlow Academy, from other schools across the area, and some volunteers that come in and do our news and various other things. So it's a full-on, hands-on team that have got various limits or various levels of experience in radio, which is proving to be very popular in Thanet, as we're very proud of what we've achieved. And we're very happy with what we're actually putting to air, and the students that have come on from never doing radio before to having their own shows now. It's just so refreshing to find such fabulous new talent.
Yeah, they're brilliant. What sort of music do you play?
We've got our radio station up based upon the research that was done within the application. So that was very much the guidebook to what we decided to play. Thanet predominantly has quite an older age group during the daytime hours, so we decided that to bring a maximum audience to the radio station, we'd go for the 18 to 80-year-olds during the daytimes and play a massive variety of songs, because there are far too many radio stations in the industry today that play the same 300-400 songs on rotation, which becomes very, very off-putting for a listener that's perhaps listening at work in a factory or in an office all day and they're hearing the same songs. Something that I'm really passionate about, and I think a variety of songs attract all ages at all times. But generally speaking, our music is very much mixed during the daytime for a slightly older age group, and of an evening at 6 o'clock we completely revert back and we play nothing but stuff that would appeal to 8 to 18-year-olds.